Hello, my name is Anthony Bungo. I'm an educator and a postgraduate student at Grand Canyon University. So today I'm going to make a video to explain the importance of building a positive relationship between the instructor and adult learners in both an online learning environment and a traditional learning environment. Now, I'll use my personal experience being in the classroom for 8 years. Just last year, I had a scholar who came up to me and asked me a question, which I still remember till now. He said, "Oh, Mr. Nebungu, why is it that every single day we come to your class, you are able to keep the same composure no matter what is happening? You don't change with respect to days." I said, "Well, I'm an educator. I've been teaching for 8 years now. So I have a character. I have a personality. So whenever you come to this class to learn, you will meet me. You will meet me in my character. You meet me in my personality." I always smile, you know that. He agreed. I said, "Yeah." I said, "So that's who I am. There is no way I can be somebody else. I can just be me." So at the end of the year, I realized that based on the fact that I was able to do that, I had built a positive relationship with this scholar. Okay, that was first the reason why he was able to come up to me. He was open enough to come up to me to ask me such a question. Now, the importance of building a positive relationship with scholars are enormous, because teaching in itself is not just about teaching the content of the subject matter that you are teaching. First, you have to build those relationships so that the students will feel like, okay, I have something with this teacher, I have something with this instructor. And research has also shown that instructors who are able to build those relationships with their scholars have scholars engaging more in their lessons, have scholars persisting more in understanding the concept of what you are teaching, because they connect with you at that level of the positive relationship you have built with them. So they are doing all of that in order not to bruise, or let's say their classroom behavior, or them not engaging in the lessons, not to affect the relationship they already have with you. So it will help them to persist in those lessons, to engage in those lessons, to turn in their assignments. You realize an improvement in their academic performance. This is what, for me as an educator, this is what I've discovered over teaching over the years. Now, I will share some of the strategies that you can use in building this relationship with your scholars. One of them is making your scholars feel that, okay, in this classroom, they are part of the classroom. Their ideas build the classroom. You are not just imposing ideas on them, but you are listening. You are actively listening to them. You're actively listening to their own opinion. This now comes at the level of they feel like you are sharing some power with them. For example, you can teach a lesson or a unit, and at the end of it, you ask them, how was the unit? How did it go? You get their feedbacks. What can I fix for the next unit? What can I fix for the next lesson? When you do this, they will feel like they are part of this. They are part of this process. They are part of this learning, study learning process, teaching learning process. They are part of it. And you see them want to engage. You see them asking you questions. You see them wandering in the classroom. You see all sorts of behavior, because they have connected with you at that personal level. Now, how do you now identify the needs of adult learners after you have built these positive relationships? Now, with adult learners, it's quite a little bit different, because most of them come from different jobs. They have different expertise. They have been working. They have been doing different things in their lifetimes. So you can identify their need by actually asking them this concept. Maybe you are teaching a concept, or you guys are studying a concept. You ask them how they can apply this concept in their job, maybe current or past jobs that they were doing, how this concept is important, what concept is important to them, what would they like to learn. Doing that will help you to have an information of what they need, what is most important to them as adult learners. This is really a good way to build relationship with them. They will now feel that, oh, the instructor has that personal concern, knows that, okay, they are here for some particular set of knowledge, and that they should get. Even you'll be teaching some other stuff that maybe does not directly relate to their job, that it does not directly help them, improve skills in their job, but they will still be interested because they know that you have you have interest, personal interest in them, empowering them with knowledge. Now, how this stuff, all of this stuff that we've talked about, how can this be used like in the Christian approach? Because Grand Canyon University is a Christian based university that teaches and also include aspects of Christianity in the curriculum. Now, or in a Christian approach, you can make every scholar, every adult scholar in your classroom feel that they are all valuable, right? Every scholar is valuable. And when you are giving out stuff like assignments, you are giving out like quizzes, you can do that in multiple ways. You give them opportunity to do oral presentations, you give students opportunity to do or written presentations, you give some that are good in doing the research, they do the research and so on. So in a nutshell, positive building positive relationship with adult learners is very important, because at the end, if you have to evaluate or you have to do a research on your own, you will notice that it improves their academic performance, it improves their engagement in the lesson.